I know people are probably going to get so tired of us talking about this, right?
We're gonna
But
keep
man, you
talking about
have
it.
you have to talk about. And Matthew, I want the people to know we're not just talking about this team just because you live in San Antonio. We're talking about this team because they deserve it. San Antonio has won 24 of their last 26 games with an 8-game win streak, and 18 of those 24 wins came by double digits. They're 56 and 18 with only 2.5 games behind OKC for the top overall seed. Wemby is averaging 26.8 points and 3.6 blocks over his last 10. So, Matthew, are the Spurs a team you least want to face in the 7-game series right now?
100%. I mean, I don't remember the last time I seen them play a close game. I mean, they're just now. I checked before I got on here, and I don't get
Yeah,
this
well,
whole
what's the
thing.
score right now?
It was
Because they
four.
started off like 5-2 before I came up there, and the coach called a quick timeout fast.
It was 49-41 Spurs when I came to here, and they got this dumb thing with
Let's
these
see.
games aren't even on NBC, they're on Peacock, and I don't have Peacock, and so I can't watch it on League Pass because it's blacked out. I don't have Peacock, so I'm in San Antonio, Texas, and I can't watch the damn game unless I want to get Peacock, which I think is bullshit, but that is neither here nor there.
Oh, right now, is Spurs got 74, the Bulls got 57 with 9 minutes left in the
Okay,
third quarter.
and
So they just took off.
that's every game. I mean, every game they're just putting belt to ass. And we're about to talk about OKC, and OKC is going to hit the hardest part of their schedule. Right now, they're on a back-to-back. They played the Knicks last night. They won. They got the Pistons, and that's tipping off in like 3 or 4 minutes. Now that game doesn't seem as tough because, of course, you're without
Cunningham.
Cade if you're the
But we're going to
Pistons.
get to that. We're going to get to that. It's going to be our last topic tonight.
So we're gonna get to that. I think the one team that conventional wisdom says can beat the Spurs is OKC. The Spurs are 4-1 against OKC in the regular season. I don't know how they played 5 games. That must have been an NBA Cup thing because I've been telling people all year that they're 3-1. They're 3-1 against OKC, but they must have played them once in the Cup on like one of the advanced rounds because I ain't never. I heard it playing teams 4 games in a season. I ain't never heard it playing a team 5 games, but the Spurs 4-1 against OKC. A couple of those games we totally went belt to ass. But there's no. All these videos are getting around, Sean.
Yeah, real quick, you're right. It says they didn't play OKC 5 times just by normal scheduling. The extra game came from the NBA Cup, the in-season tournament knockout game counted towards the regular season total.
See, that's what I thought. And I'm seeing all these highlights. Wemby's the first player where I'm seeing highlights, not of his blocks, not of his dunks, not even of his assists. I'm seeing highlights of guys thinking about shooting, putting the ball up like they're going to shoot, then not shooting because it just like the defensive impact, the fear of seeing Wemby there. And look, I understand that SGA is probably going to win MVP this year, but I think it's only because it's almost impossible to quantify how good Wemby is on defense. Because if there was a way to quantify, if there was a way to, it's interesting because the young teams always got to take their licks in the playoffs. And so that happens. It happened to the Nuggets before they won. It happened to the Bucks before they won. But this team is peaking at the right time. I haven't seen them play a close game. I mean, they've been winning games for weeks, but I really ain't seen them play a close game in 2 or 3 weeks. So, I mean, it would really be something for them to get in the first round. And let's see, right now they'd be playing the Suns in the first round. I don't see them losing to the Suns. But say they beat the Suns and then they got to play the winner of the Lakers and Rockets or the Lakers and Nuggets, whoever that ends up being. That would be the interesting series. That might be the series that would prove someone like Brandon right because those are established teams. The Nuggets have been there before. They won it. A lot of the Lakers have been there before. LeBron, of course, has won it many times. Luka's been there with Dallas. You have to play Houston. Of course, they got Durant. Then they got a bunch of unproven guys. But, there's going to be a team you have to play in the second round. And depending on how they come out of that second round, I think that's going to say a lot about how they do against OKC. If they have to go life and death, go 7 games with whoever they play in the second round, whether that's the Lakers, the Timberwolves, the Nuggets, then you got OKC waiting in the third round. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say they're not going to collapse in the playoffs. I mean, this is one of the better teams I've ever seen with my own eyes. And you got to go beyond the records. You got to go beyond the Wemby highlights. You got to go beyond the stats. If you watch this team from Wemby to Keldon Johnson, who I think is the favorite for Sixth Man of the Year, to Stephon Castle, who's just like a whirling dervish out there doing a little bit of everything, to Devin Vassell hitting shots from everywhere on the field, on the court, to all the dunks and rim runs they were getting the other day when I saw them play Memphis, just because these guys play with such cohesion and are such good teammates. Right. I think you got to watch this team play, and I don't see them collapsing in the playoffs. I don't see that, but the second round will tell us a lot.
All right, there you have it. And listen, just to follow that up, the numbers are staggering, right? So during the 24-2 stretch, the Spurs owned the league's best offensive rating and a top 5 defensive rating, which gives them the plus 12.3 point differential. That's historically elite right there. They've also got 7 guys averaging double figures, so you just can't just game plan for Wemby, right? The scary part, Castle and Fox are peaking at exactly the right time, and the backcourt versatility is what makes them matchup proof.
And they're hitting an easy part of their schedule. They've beat a bunch of easy teams, the Grizzlies, the Bucks. They got the Bulls tonight, who, they're already putting belt to ass on. Then they've got some mid-level easy games. They got the Warriors and they got the Clippers coming up. So if you're OKC, you better win tonight, and you better be winning, because the Spurs got 3 or 4 more easy games. And if you're OKC, you lose a couple, all of a sudden you could be looking up at them in the